Doom the Dark Ages is the third Doom in a series of reboots that started in 2016. I've seen some calling the Dark Ages one of the best action games of the year, while others are calling it mediocre trash. The Doom franchise seems to be having an identity crisis. So then what's the deal with Doom the Dark Ages, and where is the Doom franchise headed from here? Let's take a look.
In 3, 2, 1, release.
I wasn't feeling the Dark Ages for the first hour or so, but I soldiered on, fairly optimistic that things would fall into place once more of the abilities and weapons became available. I don't think a game has had me feeling this mixed in a very long time. Sometimes I felt underwhelmed and bored, while other times I was having a pretty good time, and I finally figured out why. Doom the Dark Ages is a pretty good shooter. It's just not a very good Doom.
I thought you left for the command station location. A new vault has been built.
Doom the Dark Ages feels like id Software shoehorned Elden Ring into its shooter and then built the entire concept around the most hated enemy and game mechanic from Doom Eternal.
Parry, thrust, good!
And once again, a Doom 3 has forgotten what being a Doom game is all about. It's always been about getting up close and personal, but having some fun blasting demons in the face. But this open world and the gameplay feels impersonal, not to mention it's inconsistent, gimmicky, and sometimes even a bit repetitive. In fact, I'd say it feels closer to the formula of a game like Serious Sam, except it ironically takes itself too seriously and tries so hard to push the Doomslayer's badassery that it ends up feeling silly instead, not in a self-aware, fun kind of silly way either.
Hail to the king, baby.
But then the game looks you deadass in the face and tries to sell you on the idea that the big baddie in this game is this Steppenwolf Power Rangers Rita Repulsa looking mother.
Oh, look at me, I'm totally the bad guy and I'm so bad with my stupid horns and my dumb face.
As expected, the loss of Mick Gordon has been a huge hit on the soundtrack this time, and it's impossible to ignore. In fact, to prove a point, here's a clip I recorded of me playing through a combat sequence with the normal music running. But then what I did is I loaded back, turned the music down, fired up Spotify, and played the same sequence again, running some of Mick Gordon's songs from the previous two Doom soundtracks. That does a pretty good job of speaking for itself. I stand by my statement that Doom the Dark Ages is still a really solid shooter, and it's definitely still worth a shot if you're playing it on a Game Pass subscription. But as a Doom game or as a full price purchase, well, I'm not as convinced. What I am convinced of is that Doom the Dark Ages is sending a message. This reboot trilogy has, for the most part, been pretty incredible, but it's time for the Slayer to take a well-deserved vacation, and I think the solution to this whole scenario is clear. id Software needs to park Doom for a bit to let it sort of find its vibe again. And if they still want to continue making great shooters that gamers will enjoy while mixing things up a little and even appeasing the bean counters by utilizing a well-loved existing franchise, well, I don't know if you've yet realized where I've been heading with this video all along, but if you haven't, well, let me just wind things down by saying that I think it's about time that we revisit an old friend. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button on your way out, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to get more videos like these. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
Oh, look at me, I'm the Slayer badass. Oh, I'm so bad.